Hi and welcome to Watch the Time and my initial thoughts on a new watch that I've got, and it's a watch that I've wanted for quite some time. Never sort of found the right one, always a little bit too expensive. They sort of sell for sort of £300 and £400 generally as a rule. And the reason I was sort of looking for a watch like this was because when I look at my collection, I've sold a lot of watches and I've got down to the bare bones because I'm enjoying wearing these watches, but I didn't have like a fun watch. I used to have the Dan Henry, the orange one. That was kind of my fun watch. And I've had lots of other sort of fun watches, but I haven't got anything like that in my collection now. This came up for sale, and it wasn't boxed. It's got a couple of scratches on the crystal, and I got it for a really good price. So it's the Citizen Eco Drive. It's a titanium Orca, and this is specifically the blue Orca. Obviously, one of the main features on this is that the massive lume blobs donating the hours. And when you first look at it, you think, oh, how are you supposed to tell the time on this? But it's actually quite clear. You've got 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got all the markers required. The handset is beautiful. I like the second hand with the two dots on it, and they're both loomed. The big orange minute marker, I think is really good if you was actually going to use this as a dive, like a backup dive watch. The bezel is a 60 click rotating unidirectional bezel. Works really nice, nice positive, nice lume pip on there. Everything lines up. The second hand hits its marks really well. It's quite a chunky watch overall. You can just see there. And it's got an integrated rubber strap, which was something that I'm always a bit dubious of, because it's not easy to get replacements. So being titanium, this is it's not lightweight. It's got a stainless steel back, so there's a bit of weight there, but it keeps the weight low down, so it's actually really nicely balanced on the wrist. And with a rubber strap, it wears more like a G-Shock, but it's not like a titanium watch where they feel lightweight and chintzy. All the ones I've tried, and I've had a couple of titanium watches, and they just feel lightweight and chintzy, but this doesn't. It feels substantial, but it's not over heavy. Like the other fun watch I had was my Seiko Monster, and I loved that watch, but it was just too heavy on the bracelet, and if you put it on anything other than a bracelet, it became too top heavy, and it just wasn't a pleasant experience wearing it. I mean, if they made a titanium version of that, then, come and see me. So I'm going to go through measurements on this one, because it is a fairly big watch, but you'll see it on my just over 7-inch wrist that it's actually not really much of an issue. So diameter wise, we're talking 46 millimeters. Lug to lug is tricky, but it's around sort of between 49 and 50 mil, so it is a big watch, but it wears really well because of the design, the integrated strap. Now the dial itself on this one is a two-tone blue, so we've got a lighter blue in the middle, darker blue around the outside. You've got a red marker at the 12 o'clock, obviously a date window, the 3 o'clock, just Citizen Eco Drive, and then titanium Divers 200. So I believe this is a certified dive watch to 200 meters, which is good. Got a screw down crown, which appears to be quite small, but it's nicely knurled, and it's got the Citizen logo on there as well, and it works absolutely fine. And being an Eco Drive, you don't have to use it very often, so not an issue. The bezel is got a nice sort of knurling around the edge, really nice and easy to use. It's got these big sort of bits on there, so lovely and grippy. I mean, that'd be easy to wear even in wetsuit gloves or whatever. Absolutely fantastic. The strap is huge, so this will easily go around a wetsuit, nice and simple. And that clasp looks like it's that looks titanium to me. Yeah, I think that's made of titanium as well. So all in all, a really nice watch. I do a lume shot, and I'll put that in here because, as you can see there, the lume is fantastic on this. It doesn't last as long as like a Seiko, but it's good fun, the lume on this, and I really like the design of it. I was just going to put it up against my other sort of big watch, and that's my my Seiko Arnie. and very similar in dimensions, although a bit more rounded than the Arnie, but very similar in dimensions to the Seiko Arnie. So that's the kind of size, but like the Arnie, you'll be surprised it actually wears really quite nicely, and it's comfortable to wear. When it's on, it's not one that I think, yeah, I don't like that, or it gets in the way. It is a nice, comfortable watch to wear. So there it is on my just over 7-inch wrist, and I think that looks absolutely fine. I mean, it's a big watch. It's meant to be. It's meant to be really visible. It's a dive watch. It's I don't think it's as big as the EcoZilla, because I think that's a lot fatter. But you know, being an eco drive movement, they were able to keep them reasonably slim. So there you can see on my, I say, just over 7-inch wrist, not massive. It wears really nicely. It certainly doesn't overpower my wrist, and I'm really happy with it. So we've got a really nice mineral crystal there, which will scratch at the end of the day, but I've been polishing out the couple of scratches on there, and they are gradually disappearing, and I will get rid of them ultimately, eventually. But it's got to the stage now where you can only catch them in certain lights, but be aware that, you know, this is one of those watches that will scratch up. So I got it for a really good price. I paid just over £160, just under, you know, well under $200 for this, and I'm really pleased with it. Obviously, it's quartz, so it keeps really good time. It's you know, you've got no issues there. It's a pick up and go watch. You can just leave it for ages. These last for months and months in darkness anyway, but as long as you wear them in, you know, normal conditions, they'll just keep running, and it will indicate to you if it gets low on power. I think it's usually like a 2 tick on the second hand or something. So I just wanted to compare it against the Citizen ProMaster Diver there. You can see, you know, this is like your SKX start size watch. So like quite a standard, you know, 40, I think it's a 42mm or 40mm case, and there it is against that. So you can see it is obviously bigger, but you know, it is a fun watch. And I say, nickname's the Orca, and this one's the Blue Orca. You know, it's even got a fun name. So I've only had it for a few days, but I've been wearing it since I got it, and as I say, I'm really loving it. Definitely recommend picking one of these up. Don't be worried about the large size of it. I haven't got big wrists by any stretch of the imagination, and it works absolutely fine. As I say, as a fun watch, a weekend watch, a backup dive watch, a swimming at the beach watch, just a general sort of almost like a play watch really, when you're doing your hobbies and things like that. I just think it's a great watch to throw on. It's not one I'm going to be too precious about. You know, if it gets a little bit banged up, it gets a little bit banged up. It's a big watch, so at the end of the day it may well do, but I don't have a problem with that with a watch like this. So I'm really happy with it, and whilst I've shrunk my collection down massively, I'm down to technically 6 watches. I've actually got 8 there, but 6 of those watches are really my main collection, and only 5 of those are in general rotation. So I am going to add this to the collection, and this is definitely a keeper. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye.